Republican bails. The debate over covering Americans with existing conditions. Also tonight, Hillary Clinton on stage delivering her own stunning version of why she lost, saying if the election had been held on October 27th, she would be the president tonight. The rage on a passenger jet, the violent confrontation, the flight attendant who tries to stop them. And it all comes amid a new grilling on Capitol Hill over the unfriendly skies. The stunning reversal today, the white officer who fatally shot a black man, his about face in court, both families weeping. We are just back from the front lines in the race to save the children. 20 million people now at risk of starvation. 4 countries on the brink of famine. And Jimmy Kimmel, his very personal reveal about his newborn son.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Tuesday night, and we begin with that new effort to repeal and replace Obamacare. This is President Trump's second try with the Republicans on the Hill, and tonight it is on shaky ground. Another major Republican saying he's not in. It would appear the main sticking point, how to cover Americans with pre-existing conditions. The current proposal allows states to opt out, even though the president has said pre-existing conditions will be covered. So which is it? And where does this effort stand? And all of this comes tonight as the president said something else today, saying America needs a good government shutdown. ABC's Mary Bruce leading us off.
Today, with Congress poised to vote on a spending bill without any money for his border wall, President Trump fired off an angry tweet, saying our country needs a good shutdown in September to fix mess. The president fuming as Democrats declare victory.
No money for the border wall, not one plug nickel.
Democrats also held off cuts to domestic programs like medical research and the environment. Even though Trump didn't get most of what he wanted, today the president called it a win anyway.
This is what winning looks like.
The president pointing to increased funding for border security.
We have more money now for the border than we've gotten in 10 years. The Democrats didn't tell you that. They forgot. In their notes, they forgot to tell you that.
The Democrats' victory lap clearly not sitting well with the president.
I think the president is frustrated with the fact that he negotiated in good faith with the Democrats and they went out to try and spike the football and make him look bad.
But calling for a shutdown? Would that be good for Republicans?
Schumer's over there in the cloakroom smiling on the front page of every newspaper today, right? So I think what President Trump is saying is we need to get our act together.
The finger pointing over who won the spending fight today, overshadowing an even bigger battle. Mr. Leader, when are we going to see a vote on health care? For weeks, constituents venting. At the center of the fight now, pre-existing conditions. House Republicans pushing a bill that would allow states to opt out of the requirement preventing insurance companies from discriminating against people with those conditions. Tonight, a key Republican, the former chair of the committee that helped draft the legislation, says he cannot support the current bill without those protections for people with pre-existing conditions.
This amendment torpedoes that, and I told the leadership I cannot support this bill with this provision in it.
A big blow for Republicans as they scramble to push health care reform over the finish line.
So let's get live to Mary Bruce on Capitol Hill tonight. And Mary, where does the effort to repeal Obamacare stand tonight? And on this notion of covering pre-existing conditions, the president says he wants them covered, but the bill does allow states to opt out.
David, the concern from many here is that this current bill could undermine the protections for people with pre-existing conditions. And now House Republicans are on the brink of losing too many votes to get this done. By our count, just 2 more no votes could sink this bill. David.
Mary Bruce leading us off from Capitol Hill tonight. Mary, thank you. Hillary Clinton breaking her silence on what she believes led to her stunning loss. It immediately made headlines today, saying if the election had been held on October 27th, a little more than a week before Election Day, that she would be the president of this country tonight. Secretary Clinton said she does take personal responsibility, saying it was her name on the ballot. But she also made it clear that that late move by the FBI director 11 days before the election, she says, changed the race. Here's ABC senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega.
Hillary Clinton today speaking out on what she believes cost her the election.
I take absolute personal responsibility. I was the candidate. I was the person who was on the ballot.
Shouldering some of the blame, but not all of it.
I was on the way to winning until the combination of Jim Comey's letter on October 28th and Russian WikiLeaks raised doubts in the minds of people who were inclined to vote for me but got scared off.
Team Clinton believes that is the day she lost the race. Clinton was in the air when the FBI director announced he was looking into her emails yet again. The election was less than 2 weeks away.
If the election had been on October 27th, I'd be your president, and it wasn't.
The news dominated the front pages, and Clinton, who is now writing a book about her experience, says she paid the price.
Did we make mistakes? Of course we did. Did I make mistakes? Oh my gosh, yes. You know, you'll read my confession and my request for absolution. But the reason why I believe we lost were the intervening events in the last 10 days.
Clinton attended the inauguration of her former rival, but now she is pulling no punches.
I did win more than 3 million votes than my opponent. So it's like, really? I feel a tweet coming. Well, fine. You know, better that than interfering in foreign affairs. If he wants to tweet about me, I'm happy to be the, diversion. He should worry less about the election and my winning the popular vote than doing some other things that would be important for the country.
Going after President Trump for comments like this.
It's an unbelievably complex subject. Nobody knew that health care could be so complicated.
You know, health care is complicated. And
as for her own future, after all those walks in the woods, Clinton is now focused on writing.
you can read all about this excruciating analysis that I'm engaged in right now when I'm not in the woods walking with my dog. Is it therapy? I wouldn't say it's therapy. I would say that it is cathartic.
She says she has no plans to stay in the shadows.
I'm now back to being an activist citizen and part of the resistance.
All right, she says she's part of the resistance. Cecilia Vega with us live tonight. Anyone who thought Hillary Clinton is going away, it would appear that's not the case. Cecilia, you covered this campaign. You've talked to your sources tonight. Is there a chance she is considering another run in 2020?
Yeah, well, David, 2020 is still a long way off, but this is what I'm told. She no longer wants to sit on the sidelines, and while we can expect to hear and see Hillary Clinton a lot more in the months and weeks to come, it will be as an activist, not a candidate. David.
Cecilia Vega with us tonight as well. Thank you, Cecilia. We move on tonight to that stunning about-face, that guilty plea from a former police officer in a racially charged shooting death that made national headlines. The incident all caught on video. That's Officer Michael Slager chasing Walter Scott, firing 8 times as Scott ran from him. ABC's Steve Osunsami in South Carolina tonight.
For nearly 2 years, the officer seen in this traffic stop claimed that he did nothing wrong. But tonight, a stunning reversal. And for Black Americans who worry about traffic stops like these, a sense of justice.
Today is a good day for justice. I thank God for justice.
The officer behind the gun, 35-year-old Michael Slager, now admits he wasn't defending himself when he shot 51-year-old Walter Scott in the back in 2015, and that he acted with specific intent to do something the law forbids. Saying those words in court that he's guilty now puts an end to both the federal and state trials against him.
Today is rare. The Garners, the Blands, the Rice family, they didn't get this type of justice that we got today.
In state court, Slager explained that there was a violent fight that you didn't see in the cell phone video.
I fired until the threat was stopped, like I'm trying to do.
At sentencing later this year, prosecutors say they'll ask for hard time, 20 years. The Scott family would like life. David?
Steve Osunsami with us tonight. Steve, thank you. We turn this evening to the urgent warning now that 4 countries are on the brink of famine. 20 million people, families and children. Tonight right here, we're with the doctors who are in a race against time as we travel with the American woman who runs Save the Children. You're about to see what we witnessed in Somaliland, an autonomous region in northern Somalia, as millions now face starvation across the Horn of Africa. We set out to reach some of the most remote villages in Somaliland. There's an urgent crisis unfolding largely unnoticed by the rest of the world. Families and children at risk of starvation. In the first village, Harishef, the line begins early in the morning. They know the trucks are coming. How many hours away?
That would be like 2 hours, close to 2 hours drive, yes.
To get from the nearest water site.
Yes.
Here, it's not just the food they need, but water. Save the Children is trucking it in. You haven't had a drenching rain here in years.
Yeah, it hasn't rained in close to 3 years now.
Halima, a mother of 5, stands in line. All of her livestock is gone. They have no food. And we asked the last time there was any rain. She remembers the day. It happened once, last year. On the hill sit 2 trucks to deliver water for hundreds of families. If you look over my shoulder here, you'll actually see that this is what it's like as these families come here every single day to get water. We witness a rush of families trying to get to the hoses that will give them enough water to last just a couple of days. We journey from west to east. 70% of the livestock, the farm animals, have died. It's really everywhere you look. This mother is among the many forced to move closer to a village, hoping for food. She had 200 goats. There are just 10 left, and this is now her home. She shows us where she sleeps with her children. 5 sleep here. You sleep here. Her days are spent worrying about food.
She worries every day.
Yeah,
She's the mother and the father.
Yeah.
As we journey deeper into the desert, we see evidence starvation has set in. They are on the brink of famine now here. April is supposed to be the wettest month, but as you can see, it is bone dry. Authorities say more than 6 million people are now struggling to find food. 200,000 children are at risk of starvation. Our first hospital, and we see the urgent effort to keep the children alive. The little boy being weighed, his eyes filled with fear. And then there was Hamda. She's nearly 2 years old. She's been here 18 days and still weighs just 11 pounds, half of what she's supposed to. The hunger breaking her immune system. She now has pneumonia. The nurse tells us Hamda was so weak, they feared she wouldn't survive another 10 minutes. More than 100 miles away, we arrive at a hospital in Barao, where we're told there aren't enough beds. The moment we walk in, we see it. This little girl is 2 years old, her eyes hollowed. Dr. Yusuf Ali is on the front lines.
These are the lucky ones who reach the hospital, but there are so many kids that do not make to the hospital.
He tells us many children have already died. You believe you're on the verge of famine?
That's what I believe. That's what I believe.
You're seeing it?
We're seeing it. It's here. I don't need a witness to prove it, because you can see these patients all over here who are malnourished. Most of the kids do not make to the hospital.
Even this boy, who is now here, is still losing weight.
He's in critical condition.
Suffering from severe diarrhea brought on by the hunger.
You can see the bones. There's no flesh on the bones, just skin and bones. That's all we have.
The doctor says there are no promises.
He's still in critical conditions, and we don't know if he's going to make it or not.
There was Samira, almost 2, though her tiny frame says otherwise. 4 days in a row she's lost weight.
Yes.
The hunger breaking down her defenses. She had measles and now pneumonia. And in this hospital where you hear the cries of the babies, equally as haunting is the silence from the toddlers. Osman has lost the strength to talk. He cannot talk? He hasn't been talking? The images on the walls here do not distract from the truth. They are running out of time. You think you're losing those children?
We are losing them. We are losing them.
Aware of that reality, we travel with the American who runs Save the Children, Carolyn Miles, another hour east, where they are now sending out mobile clinics to isolated villages deep in the desert. We find a little boy so weak he cannot stand. They put a band on his arm, the red, signaling severe malnutrition. You'll bring him to a hospital.
It's one of the worst crises that we've seen since World War II.
Are you concerned the world does not recognize what's happening here?
You know, I don't think the world's really woken up to this disaster at this point. They haven't really realized what's happening.
The possibility of 4 famines at once.
The possibility of 4 famines at once.
As the children are weighed, parents here are given Plumpy Nut, the packet of nutrients that in the early stages can bring a child back.
Where are you? Where are you?
And in a brief escape, we see the smiles here when we show some of the children their own faces in our phone. A rare moment of joy in a region crushed by hunger. That boy with the band now sent off for emergency care. The next wave of children right behind him. So many of you have already been tweeting me, writing to us on Facebook, asking how you can help. Save the Children points out that that plumpy nut you saw there in the report, that peanut butter and nutrients costs about 50 cents. $10 would feed a child for more than a week. You can learn much more on the World News Tonight Facebook page. And of course, much more of our journey tonight on the brink of famine. That's tonight on Nightline. In the meantime, there is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Tuesday. The passenger brawl in the cabin. Punches thrown, the flight attendants trying to break it up, just as airline executives face a grilling on Capitol Hill today. We have new information tonight about the missing American veteran and his girlfriend found dead abroad, what police have now revealed. And Jimmy Kimmel, his emotional reveal about his newborn son, and now the new message he's sharing tonight.
Hi, I'm Mindy Kearns. It's great to finally meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Your parents have been talking about you for years.
Sorry about that. They're all about me saving for a house or starting a college fund for my son.
Actually, I want to know what you're thinking.